Hello students, welcome to btech 360. It is very important for you to know how to use the score, the percentile that you have, the rank that you likely to get based on the percentile that you got, and how do you go about choosing a branch versus college. Because ultimately all the objective that we all have is to ensure that we get a good job in a good company at a good salary. These are three objectives that many students have, and this particular video I am going to show you or expose to you the kind of data that we have and what it tells you about the kind of at what rank, what salary you're likely to get if you make the right choice. So we are now linking not just the branch and the college, we are taking it from the rank that you have to the kind of salary that you're likely to get if you use the rank very, very well. And how do you optimize the rank to get the best salary? That's the complete correlation that I'm going to show you now. So watch me very, very carefully about the data that I'm about to present for all of you. And before I move further, please subscribe to btech 360. Ensure that you use the data that we're supplying to ensure that you optimize your the kind of college and branch choices that you make. So subscribe to btech 360. I'll take you through this data for a moment, right? This is the kind of percentile that you have. At 99.7 percentile, you'll get a 4,500 kind of a rank. 99.5, you'll get about 7,000 plus kind of a rank. 99.5, you'll get about 10,000 kind of a rank. And so 99,000 percentile is about 15,000 rank. 97.5 is 37,503 kind of a rank. And so on and so forth. Up to 91.5, we did that. Why did we go up to 1,27,000? Because across JoSAA counselling, if you see, across JoSAA counselling that we see, we are dealing with about 1 lakh plus kind of a seats. So a student who is getting 1,20,000 also has a prospect of getting some branch in one of the NITs, IIITs or GFTIs, right? So the reason why we went down to up to this 91 percentile is essentially because we should know that you do have a chance of getting into one of the branches in one of the colleges which are appearing through the JoSAA counselling, because they are all put together about 1,20,000 kind of a seats is what you have through the JoSAA counselling, and which is where we covered up to 91 percentile here, right? Now when you look at the kind of placement, and that I told you the most important thing for you to understand is what kind of rank will get you what kind of a job and what kind of placement percentage and what kind of placement at a branch level, at a college level, right? Which is what we try to do. By the way, before I move further, we also have something called a college predictor. It is called the Career 360 JEE Main 2026 college predictor. Here now, you can use this tool. At this point in time, it is free. On the day of the result, when it comes in the month of April, we'll make it paid when actually the rank comes in. Today it is free. So use my rank predictor to understand what rank you're likely to get. And based on the rank, input that rank here to understand what college you're likely to get. It is free at this point in time. Otherwise, it's a 1,000 rupee paid product. So use it for your own benefit at this point in time. So here you can actually put the in JoSAA counselling, the JEE Main paper 1 percentile, select your home state, the caste group, the gender and the specially abled and all, and once you put in the details with the OTP number and all, it will generate a college predictor which essentially is talking about based on your category and your location. It will tell you what colleges and what branches you're likely to get. You can also filter it based on the kind of branch that you want and say I only want computer sciences, which college will I get, and you'll also get that detail. So you must use this predictor to understand how it goes, right? Now the more important thing about the placements, I keep talking about the placements, how it works. So what we did was at Career 360, we worked with a lot of institutions, which is IITs, IIITs and NITs, to understand the branch-wise placement. Now very clearly, we obviously would not have data from every single institution out here, which is NIT, IIIT and IIT, to understand what kind of branch-wise placement that they had. But we did get response from about 23 institutions, which gave us branch-wise placement statistic. This includes the placement percentage at the branch level and the median salary at the branch level and even an average salary at the branch level. Now with these three things, when you actually have 23 institutions for which we have data, you can compile to come up with a composite score or a composite index of what are the prospects of a particular branch. So before I move further in terms of what rank will get you which branch and which NIT or which IIIT, it's very important for you to understand the kind of branch-wise placement data and the prospect of the placement percentage itself, the fact that you'll get placed, and assuming you get placed, what kind of salary you'll get, both you will be able to get here. Now, when you look at that data, for btech CSE, right, for btech CSE, you actually have the total institutes that you have. We got data. By the way, there are many institutions, possibly every institution is giving CS branch, but we got, feedback from 12 IITs, 9 NITs and 2 IIITs. So in all, we got data from 23 institutions. Now from these 23 institutions, when we look at that, the total placement percentage in CSE is 93.44%. The placement in IITs through CSE is 93.44%. From NITs, it's 89.39%. For IIITs, it is 60.1%, but it is slightly skewed because only 2 are there. It would be about 75-80% is what I believe ultimately, right? So in all, you're dealing with about 81 to 85 percentile placement percentage. So the chances that you will get placed if you were to take a CSE branch in any of the NITs, IIITs and IITs, of course depending on some of the lower rank NITs and all might get you into a problem, but typically the chances are 85% when you take a sample set of 23 institutions which are out there, which is IITs, NITs and IIITs. And the average CTC, now this is the average of the median salaries, is 25.79 lakh for IITs, 17.98 lakh for NITs and 13.69 lakhs for IIITs. Overall, you're dealing with about 20 lakh rupee salary. So we're dealing with about 85% placement, about 83-84% placement if you correct this number also, and about 20 lakh kind of a plus kind of a CSE place, salary that you're likely to get if you take CSE as a branch in any of these institutions. It's an average. Again, I'm saying it's an average. So for chemical engineering, if I have to move further, the total institution count of the 23 that are offering chemical engineering, in IITs it's only 8 and in NIT 6. So here it is 23, but here because many of the institutions would not be giving a chemical engineering program, right? Now here the placement against registered is 77% here for IITs and 76% for NITs. All put together, we're dealing with an average of the median salary of 14.58 lakh here in IITs and 9.46 lakh in the case of NITs. So we are essentially dealing with 77% placement and 12 lakh rupees being the average salary. Now you look at this, this is about 40% lower as compared to CSE, right? Now you come down to electrical engineering, right? Electrical engineering, you actually have 13 IITs which are offering electrical engineering and 3 NITs are also offering electrical engineering. The placement percentage is 84.6% for IITs and 87% for NITs. So in all, we're dealing with about 87% kind of a placement rate. The average salary is 20 lakhs for IITs and 11.24 for NITs. In all, 17.65 lakh is the average salary. So what we're looking at is about 17.65 lakh as the average of the median salary across the electrical engineering branch. So you're dealing with now 81% placement here or 82% placement here and 20 lakh rupees, 77% placement here and 12 lakh rupees for chemical, and for electrical it is 87% placement at 17.65 lakh rupees, right? Now moving further to the other branches, right? Let's come to mechanical engineering branch. In mechanical, you're dealing with, we had data from 12 IITs and 8 NITs. Of course, IIITs don't give the core engineering branches, right? The placement percentage here is 84% for IITs, 82% for NITs. Between the two, the average salary is 15 lakh for IITs, 10 lakh for this, and the average salary is 12.75 lakh, and the placement percentage is 83%. For civil engineering, the institution that we are offering it is about 18 of them, for which we have data. Many are offering it. Again, I repeat that. The placement percentage is 72% in IITs, 72% in NITs also. The average CTC, average of the median salaries, is 11.78 for IITs, 9.5 for NITs, overall is 10.52 lakh, right? This seems to be the lowest at this point in time. For electrical engineering again, 13 we have. Now coming to ECE engineering, right? For ECE, we actually have data from, again, 3 IITs and 9 NITs and 1 IIIT also is offering an ECE branch, right? Here the placement percentage against registered is 88.2% for IITs, 77.18% for NITs, 54.84% for IIITs, overall 80% is the placement rate for ECE branch. Now, what is the average of the median salary? 22.85 lakh for IITs, 15.94 for NITs, 13.66 for the IIIT that we have data. Overall, we're talking of 17.82 lakh as the median, average of the median salary across these 13 institutions. For btech EEE, we're talking of 5 NITs for which we actually have data. 77.81% is the placement, 12 lakh is the average salary, which is what it is here also, right? And for btech mining engineering, we actually have data from 1 IIT and 3 NITs. The placement percentage is 77% in IITs, 77% again in NITs. The average of the median salary is 11.52 lakh for IITs and 10.11 for NITs, overall 10.73 lakh. Now, why am I explaining all these things? The choice that you will make once you have the rank is whether I join this particular institution at this particular branch or choose the branch which has the highest outcome and then maybe compromising on the institution. So the question is whether you compromise on the institution and take a better branch or compromise on the branch and take a better institution. For me, when I look at this data, the choice is very, very clear. You always will compromise on an institution, but take the best branch possible, because the branch gets you a placement and not necessarily the institution. There are IITs also, the best IIT Madras, Chennai, Madras, Bombay and Delhi also have unplaced students in some branches. Whereas the big NITs and IIITs don't have very few people who are unplaced when they're taking a certain branch. It can be CSE or AA or data or those kind of things. They don't have unplaced students or have lesser number of unplaced students. And the average of the median salary also is very, very high as compared to this one. So very important for you to play this very, very wisely with information, with data, so that you take the most optimal decision. The choice that you have in your hand is how do you optimize the rank that you have in terms of the choices that you make. The choice must be optimized to what your end outcome that you're looking for. Of course, if you want to get onto a particular branch, it is your choice, it's your call. You want to get into one core engineering branch, it is absolutely your choice, and you must do that because you like it and you want to be a part of it. But if the outcome that you're looking for is a good salary in a good company and a good role, then you should optimize these choices not based on the best institution that you're likely to get, but based on the best program or the best course that will get you the best outcome that you want ultimately. And that is the whole explanation I'm trying to give you here. Right. Now, if you understood this piece, now I will go to up to 10,000 rank, at JEE Main for the 2026 batch that you have. What are the courses that you will likely to get for the JEE Main score? Again, I'm saying the JEE Main rank is all I'm saying. What are the course, branches that you'll get in which institution across NITs and IIITs is what I'm going to show you at this point in time. Now, let me take you through what are the kind of branches that you get in which NIT based on 2025 cutoffs. Remember, it is 2025 cutoff is what we're talking about in terms of how you can use your rank and what kind of branches you'll get across all these institutions. Of course, IITs come through JEE Advanced, so we're only talking of JoSAA counselling. JEE Main is what we're referring to here, right? And we're talking of up to 10,000 rank. Remember, up to 10,000 rank. So, based on 10,000 rank, you'll get BITS MESRA CSE because it's the highest closing rank last year was 1,449. You'll get NIT Surathkal, which is one of the best NITs that you have in the country. It's got a 60-year plus legacy. 1827 was the closing highest rank of JEE Main to get into btech CSE and NIT Warangal. NIT Warangal, again a very, very good one. btech CSE 2409 was the highest closing rank. NIT Karnataka Surathkal, again this is btech and AI. Here it was CSE, now we are talking of AI here. 2650 was the highest closing rank. And always what we're talking about is outside the home state. So all these things are outside the home state. We're not talking of home state. Home state is totally different, and we can come about that at some point in time later. But what we're talking of is outside the home state is what we're referring to here. Right. NIT Warangal, btech in CSE with AI and data sciences. Right. The closing rank was 2952. NIT Karnataka Surathkal, again btech in IT. Right. 3160 was the highest closing rank. We're talking of JEE Main rank, open category, outside the home state is what we're talking about. NIT Warangal has a very good program which is btech in mathematics and computing. This is a very, very good program. I'm surprised that people are ignoring it. In the age of AI, mathematics will rule the roost. So if you get this from now on, start taking it. It competes with CSE in terms of the quality of intake that it has. And for sure, in terms of future, 4 years down the line when you actually pass out, this might be ruling the roost as compared to even a CSE and IT. So be very, very careful about how you go about making choice, because this course, in my opinion, is a lot ignored at this point in time because people are going by hordes. The herd mentality makes you go towards CSE only, but in the age of AI, mathematics will rule the roost. So if you have a strong foundational thing on mathematics, you will be able to survive and grow dramatically in your career. Here the highest closing rank was 3277. NIT Trichy, btech ECE, you will get it at 3283, highest closing rank. Going further, NIT Roorkela, btech CSE again, 3431 is the highest closing rank. NIT Surathkal. So if you now notice, NIT Surathkal, Warangal and all keep coming up because they're the best institutions. So in the list of hierarchy, CSE, IT, AI and data sciences, machine learning, all these things will keep coming in because that's the first choice of the students for outside the home state category, and you will keep seeing that again and again coming up, right? So NIT Surathkal for btech computational and data sciences, 3471. NIT Karnataka Surathkal, btech ECE, 4347 is the highest closing rank. NIT Roorkela for btech in AI is 4448. MNNIT Allahabad Prayagraj, btech CSE, 4594 is the highest closing rank. NIT Warangal for btech ECE now. Remember I told you about the ECE, placement salaries and placement percentage, 5057. So you'll now very clearly look at the hierarchy. First is CS and then AI and then mathematics and data sciences and those kind of things. Then we're coming down to EC as you keep going down the thing, or you get down to the other lower ranked NITs also, with CS comes in, and they compete with the higher ranked institutions in terms of ECE. For example, here if you notice, NIT Warangal ECE is more competitive than the btech CSE in NIT Calicut or MNIT Jaipur. That's very clear if you notice. The closing rank for ECE is ending at 5057, whereas here in Calicut for CSE is going up to 5222 also. MNIT Jaipur is 5601, right? Then you keep further going down. NIT Warangal, BTech in VLSI Design and Technology, 5607. Trichy again, BTech ECE, Triple E is what you're getting, 5637. NIT Roorkela ECE is at 5785. IIIT Allahabad, BTech IT is coming at 6094. IIIT Allahabad again for BTech Business Informatics is 6150. Now we get VNIT Nagpur. BTech CSE is at 6359. So now you see the competition that, while you're dealing with ECE and all at the other institutions, which is Calicut and Trichy and even for that matter Surathkal, Warangal and all and Roorkela, you're coming down to CSE for VNIT Nagpur. Then you have MNIT Jaipur, BTech AI and Data Engineering at 6491. NIT Karnataka Surathkal, BTech Triple E is 6872. NIT Delhi, BTech AI and DS Data Sciences is 6896. Then you have NIT Kurukshetra, which is in Haryana, 7037. You will get BTech in CE. NIT Kurukshetra again, BTech and MTech, this is integrated program for CSE, 7283 is the highest closing rank. NIT Delhi, BTech CSE is 7651, highest closing rank. NIT Warangal now arrives with Triple E also. They finished the CSE, AI, data science, everything. Now they arrived here for Triple E also, 7788. IIIT Allahabad, BTech ECE is 8050. Sardar Vallabhbhai NIT, SVNIT Surat is BTech CSE again. Now Surat makes an entry with CSE program, whereas others are talking of ECE, Triple E and all those kind of things, is 8130. NIT Calicut, ECE, remember earlier CSE is already done with, at 8314. And we're talking of the highest closing rank, open, outside the home state, JoSAA counselling for all these institutions. NIT Trichy, BTech in Mechanical, now it makes an entry, 8339. NIT Kurukshetra, BTech AI and Data Sciences is 8510. MNIT Allahabad Prayagraj is 8532 for BTech ECE. NIT Kurukshetra, BTech in IT, 8600. NIT Jamshedpur, BTech CS Engineering Honours, 8902. NIT Kurukshetra, BTech AI and ML, 9204. Maulana Azad, NIT Bhopal, BTech CSE, 9249. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, IIIT and Management Gwalior, BTech CSE is 9527. So they made an entry at this point in time. NIT Roorkela for BTech Electronics and Instrumentation Engineering, 9555. IIIT Lucknow at BTech CS and AI is 9562. IIIT Lucknow BTech CS is 9580. Now IIIT Lucknow makes an entry, right, with CS and whatever. By the way, here seems to be more competitive with AI is there. MNIT Jaipur BTech EC is 9667. NIT Durgapur BTech CSE is 9836. NIT Kurukshetra BTech Mathematics and Computing, this is very low but it deserves to be better, it's 10,265. And SVNIT Surat at Mathematics and Computing is 10,306. Now this is up to the 10,000 rank is what we have given you. I'll keep doing this at a rank bracket so that you understand how it's going to work out. But please understand what I said in the very first few slides. What is the kind of placement index that you have, what kind of placement options that you have, and what kind of placement outcomes you can expect depending on the branch in a different IIT, IIIT and NIT is something that you need to know before you make this choice. And do please subscribe to btech 360. Thank you so much.